Hi everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and today we'll be looking over the markets, looking over some news stories and just chatting about crypto in general. What's the news stories today? What's exciting you? What's on your mind just now with crypto? So that's what we'll be talking about. First we'll see if we're live, just make sure everything's okay. We are live. We are live. We've got a couple of people in the chat room just now, so we'll just jump straight over to the chat room. And before we start, go down the like button and hit the like button just now as well. That would help the channel immensely. If you do enjoy these videos, if you don't enjoy the videos, don't hit the like button. Just hit the dislike button or don't be here, one of the two. But yeah, that would be great if you could do that. Okay, I'll just put my reading glasses on. Okay, who do we have in? Kig, thank you very much for the $2 donation, really appreciate that. Marcus Jafari is in the house, George Charles is in, Kig is in, Chris Noble is in, Kevin VT, morning at all, no music. No music? Was there no music this morning? Ah, that's weird. Stephen King, G Slick, Andreas is in, Adam Forrest, Axel, Wet Stuff and C, also Kevin VT, Ross Davidson, Bruce Rudling, Gareth Passage, Matthew Parks, Mervyn Skidmore is in the house as well. Gareth Passage, hi Steve, did good on BTT call the other day. I've literally just got out BTT. I was looking at the order books and waiting on the order books, and I seen it going down when it was at 21, 22 Satoshi. I seen the order books for 21 coming down, so I kind of got out at 21 Satoshi. And I think it's gone down again, yeah, 2021 Satoshi. It'll probably go back up. So I'd made a call yesterday, for those that are not in the premium group, I'd made a call yesterday at when BTT was 15 and said this could actually double in price. No, I didn't think it was going to happen within one day, but I said it could actually double in price. It's not unreasonable to think that. And it kind of went up to 23, I think, a high of 23. And I managed to get in at 14. But as soon as I called it yesterday in the premium group at 15 Satoshi, it jumped up another Satoshi. But some people managed to get in for a 30-40% increase on that call as well. And just talking about the calls, I think we'll quickly jump over to the calls just now. This, that was December. I think we need to go back to the next one. A new one. So the official for January, the whole of January, there's still a couple of calls in play. And the last 4 calls weren't so good actually in January, and that was the worst. You can see green, 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 green. If it's orange, it means it's below 5% or lower. But an average gain of 16.02%. But I'm just going to jump over and show you just now, and show you this one, the new one that we've just made, and you'll get a couple of calls that are in play on that as well. A wee second till I find it. Right, that was a Binance doubler. Right, so I'll just jump back over. Here it is here. Okay, this is a calculator I've got for the calls. I made a wee calculator up. So whenever I'm making a call, I can calculate a 5% gain, 10%, 20%. Can calculate the stop loss as well. I've got the stop loss at 5%. So we put in yesterday a call for BTT. So if I plug that in, it gives us straight away all the kind of gains and stuff like that as well. So that's quite good. So I managed to get out. So what was my gain for BTT? 21, 50% gain. When I got out 21, so that was good. So that's for the calls. For February, I've just made, over the last 2 days, since the 2nd of February, 2 days, made 7 calls, and we're up to average gain of 13.92% already, which is good. And these are just made, so they're all still in place, so you're getting them just now as well. And there's only 2 that are below 5%. Loom did well yesterday as well. Made that call yesterday for the premium group as well. The only reason I'm showing you these is to invite you into the premium group as well, so you can join us down below in the premium group. And if anybody's got a comment on the premium group, just leave it down below in the comments section as well. But we're doing well. We're doing well. As I said, this was January 16.06. You can see the average gain there. And the ones in the green are kind of calls over 5% and 10%. The ones in the orange are below 5%. But always with a 5% stop loss. So you should never ever lose more than 5% on any of the calls. So if you want to join us in a premium group, there's a link down below to join us as well. That'd be great to have you in there. Okay, we'll just go back to chat, see who else is in. And Gareth Passage got BTT at 13. Excellent. Excellent. Sold at 21. That was a really good size pot, 60% profit or something. That's brilliant. Also sold at 21. Kevin VT, yep, I sold at 21 as well. Aloysius, good morning to you. David Schwartz, hello everyone. I've been stuck in both XRP and ADA since my last buy-in 2-3 weeks ago. It appears as if both are on their way down. Should have cut my losses and trade my way back up with other alts. Difficult one. With that, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin, so we can take a look at XRP and ADA as well. They're big ones. Bitcoin has gone up. So if Bitcoin goes up, I expect XRP to go up as well. Same with ADA as well. So they're kind of correlated. The kind of prices correlate with the Bitcoin price going up and down as well. So I would imagine it looks quite good if you're staying in, if you're going to stay in XRP and ADA as well. So BTC 3425 just now. This is on the hourly chart. On the 4-hourly chart, we're not quite over a crossover yet, but that would be good if we could get a crossover on the 4-hourly chart. Obviously, we've had one on the 1-hourly chart. We're just coming up for another crossover on the hourly chart. But it's up and down. It's very in and out of the crossover on the 1-hour chart. But 3425 is holding well at the moment. And that 3,350 has kind of held well and bounced off there as well. So it's looking okay for that kind of support, 3,350. But it's gone up just now. It's gone up just now. That is looking good at the moment. So just look at XRP. I would imagine that will start to go up a wee bit as well because the Bitcoin price has gone up. We'll look at the Satoshi value. 1-hour chart's not kind of moving that much, 8,710. Difficult to say on a daily. Just crossed down over on the daily, 9,000. Not looking good on the daily. 4-hourly doesn't look good there as well. We'll just look on the kind of Fibonacci. And we'll do it from here. So typically on the Fibonacci, the retracement, we see a kind of bounce at the 618 level, 0.618 level, or the 0.786. We're at the 0.786, so we should typically kind of get a bounce from here. So it's really up to yourself, David, what you do there. Me, I've got kind of XRP. I've got it for the long term though, so I'm just not bothered about the kind of fluctuations in price at all. I'll just accumulate that. With ADA though, BTC. So same situation. It's starting to go back up. And I would imagine that's because of the Bitcoin price as well. As I said, there's a correlation between the kind of ADA price and the Bitcoin price as well. That's on a 4-hourly chart. See what's doing on the hourly chart. Short term. It's coming back up. It's crossing back over the 50 EMA. Got that set. Yeah, it's a 50 EMA. So who's doing well on Binance just while we're here? Obviously BTT doing really well on Binance, kind of crossed over at 14. That's when I got in on that crossover. Originally I thought it was going to take a couple of weeks before BTT settled down, but it kind of settled down quite quick, down to 12, 13, 14. I thought, okay, now's the time to get in. So got in, got out 21, but I still think this could go up higher. So we need to wait and see and kind of keep an eye on the order books as well. Yeah, that's it back up to 21, 22. So still a lot of interest in BTT just now. Loom, we called that yesterday. I can't remember what price. I can actually show you that because I've showed you it already. Oh, that was the new one. So Loom was called at 1169. So around about here. So it jumped up about 13% before coming back down. So I had a crossover there. Pip levels could jump back up again from here. Let's say 50%. Theta's starting to rise as well. This is an hourly, look on the 4 hourly. Yeah, it keeps bouncing off the 50 EMA on the 4 hourly, which a lot of them do. GNT has gone up as well. I was going to call that this morning, I haven't called it yet. But that looks to be at a bottom. And that's why I was looking to call it this morning. I didn't actually call it though, because that's near its all-time low for GNT, for Golem. So I think that's going to have a good rise actually. Yeah, look at this. It's not to say that it's not going to go lower, but we're at an absolute all-time bottom for all-time low for Golem. So I thought this is the time to call it, but I didn't actually. I was doing kind of looking for news stories, so I didn't actually call it. But it still could shoot up from here. Hot, starting to move again. It's kind of stable at the moment. WTC, this is on the daily. Just going over a few charts. TRX, where's that? 773, that's just jumped up as well. From 728, that's on the 4 hourly. Look on the hourly. Literally just jumped up. So a lot of interest there. So something's obviously happened there. Because that's just jumped up like 6% in the space of an hour. Probably less than that. In the space of half an hour. So some news out there. I don't know what the news is. We need to look at Twitter, see if there's anything there. Twitter.com, just look at the crypto list. Justin Sun, what's he saying? 15 hours ago, 9 hours ago, so there's nothing there. 5 hours ago, 17 hours ago. I wonder what's going on. BTT, it's nothing to do with that. So there must be some news out. The Tron has gone up. No doubt somebody will kind of share that with me. Gather Passage, MFT. MFT, 86, that did have a good jump up and then it kind of came back down again. But yeah, I'm expecting that. That's crossed over on the hourly again. On the daily, that was a call of the day for the 30th of January at 91 Satoshi. And did go up to 95. But it's crossed over on the daily. I do expect this to kind of go up because it's close to its all-time bottom. And I do fully expect this to go up as well. Same with most of the low Satoshi value ones. Data Coin is up as well, saying G-Slick. Hello everyone, hi Steve, Tron's pumping. Yeah, I just seen that, Gino. I had some cents left and bought 10k BTT. Is it even worth trading with such small amounts? It's better than a kick in the teeth. To be honest, Aloysius, 10,000 BTT would be okay. Imagine if you kept on doubling and doubling and doubling. Alazar, how high do you think BTT could go up? Well, I originally said it could go up by, I thought, I kind of had a figure in my mind of about 29, 30 Satoshi, and it could still go up to there. But obviously, it's going to go up and down. It's not going to be a straight upward journey. Yeah, it's down to 2021 again. So it's in and out. So it's going to be a good one to trade, that's for sure. I think over the coming days and weeks. Tron skyrocketing. Yeah, I wonder what's going on with Tron. What's going on there? 775 just now. That's on the daily, 4 hourly. So there must be something out that I can't see on Twitter was out, so there must be something else. Aloysius is 5.7% of something is way better than about 100% of bugger all. Mervyn Skidmore, definitely, yeah. 22 sats right now, that's Alzar. David Schwartz, with all the news on XRP, you would think that would start to climb. Thanks for looking up, Steve, much appreciated. David, I think XRP has been held back. I really do think XRP is held back. When it starts to go, it's really going to blow, I think. I've been saying that for ages. I've been saying that since kind of it was 4,000 Satoshi. So this is going to blow. It blew. It kind of leveled out. This is kind of still at the leveling out stage. And I really think XRP is going to blow up. It's just going to be one day. It's just going to start and you're going to see it's 20,000 Satoshi. So I would, if you're in it to trade, it's different. If you're in it to trade, if you're in it for the mid to long term, I'm saying mid would be, God, it'd be about up to 3 months. Long term, a year, 2 years. You can never say that in crypto. You can't say a year, 2 years because you don't know what's going to happen from this month to the next. Things change that quickly. But I'd say short to mid term even. I think that could happen. That's just going to blow and it's just going to get up to 20,000 Satoshi. So it's always worth keeping an eye on XRP. But for short term, really short term, we're talking within 7 days. I don't know, within 7 days. Kevin BT, is it strange that BTT is already listed on 6 exchanges? Obviously, with Tron's input, with kind of Binance's input as well, they're going to get listed on a lot more exchanges. A lot more exchanges. David Schwartz, smash the likes everyone, thanks for that, mate. Okay, so just look at some of the news stories that are kind of highlighted here. This is a Binance CEO. Amazon will be forced to issue a cryptocurrency sooner or later. We've been talking about this for a while as well, saying that Amazon will probably come out with their own cryptocurrency. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you do it? If you were kind of the CEO of Amazon, you would just try and get in on the act as well, even if you thought it was going to be kind of short term. But I think just getting in on a blockchain and issuing your own cryptocurrency so people can buy it, and I think it would have a brilliant use case. You could get discounts on Amazon if there was an Amazon cryptocurrency. You get 5% discount just for buying it with the Amazon cryptocurrency. So that could be the use case. Lots of use cases for it, to be honest. So this is what kind of CZ is saying. So he said on Twitter, for any internet non-physical based business, I don't understand why anyone would not accept crypto for payments. It is easier, faster and cheaper to integration than traditional payment gateways, less paperwork and reaches more diverse demographic and geography. So this is CZ saying this. Obviously, I really like CZ. I think he's brilliant. I think he's an amazing leader. And I think he's got a brilliant company as well. And I think he's got a brilliant future. So anything he kind of says, I kind of listen to as well. Obviously, still do your own research and all that stuff. But I do think he's a very, very smart guy in crypto world. In response, Crypto Dan, the crypto bull, tweeted that once Jeff Bezos starts accepting crypto, the world will follow. Indeed, Amazon will have to issue a currency sooner or later. So I think it's going to be their own currency. I don't think they're going to adopt the likes of Litecoin or XRP or anything like that. I don't think they'll do that. I think Amazon will issue their own cryptocurrency. Why the hell wouldn't you? Why on earth wouldn't you do it? And that's what prompted Zhao to issue his proclamation that Amazon will have to issue a currency sooner or later. It's something the cryptocurrency industry has been waiting for with bated breath, as adoption of the nascent blockchain-based banking and payment technology by the world's online behemoth would open the floodgates to mass adoption. And it would take somebody like Amazon to tip the scale to that mass adoption that we've been looking for as well. And I can see this coming. I can really see this coming very soon. Very soon. So we'll see what happens there. Keep an eye on that. This is the kind of story about the anonymous 200 million, they call him the 200 million trader. $200 million trader. The crypto bear market won't last. Anonymous 200 million Ethereum trader talks to CCN. So a mysterious trader who made international headlines when he turned a 200 million profit trading Ethereum in a single month has agreed to speak to CCN regarding his kind of latest investment and his outlook on the crypto market in general. So he's talking about the halving of kind of Bitcoin. He's talking about on a range of cryptocurrencies as well, not just for Bitcoin. He's talking about Litecoin as well. He's talking about Ethereum as well. So we asked the $200 million man how he came to be involved in crypto originally. This is quite an interesting story actually, so I can post this up later on as well. So he's talking about the next Bitcoin halving date is due in May 2020. So he's talking about that being a catalyst for Bitcoin price surging. But on the lead up to that, he was talking about, I was reading another story about him, on the lead up to that, he's talking about more and more people are going to be talking about this Bitcoin halving. And the lead up to it, so there's going to be the number of days till the Bitcoin kind of halving happens. So that is going to be a lot of positive sentiment leading up to that happening, instead of how many bear days have we had now. Instead of it being, we've had 450 bear market days, the longest ever in crypto, blah blah blah. We'll be talking about, okay, it's only 400 days till Bitcoin kind of happens. So I think that's going to drive the market forward as well. Just that kind of positive sentiment. It's going to have a positive vibe about what's happening. So I think that's going to drive the Bitcoin price up. And that's really what it's talking about here with Ethereum as well, and with Litecoin as well. There's another news story. I'll just see if I can find that for you. I'll just quickly go through these. Where was it? I should have put it all together. Did I delete it? Prominent trader. So this is a kind of same one, same trader talking about this, but he's talking about, he's got dates here, or there was dates. And I can't bloody find it. I should have had that before. That's because I was doing that trade, or waiting on that trade going through. Beyond the value, blah blah blah. Ah yeah, there it is. So most bullish events in crypto history. So LTC is halving in August of this year. Ethereum is reducing its block reward by 33% in February, and BT is halving in a little over a year now. So he's talking about the big, three of the big ones, talking about that, and the kind of Bitcoin halving as well. So it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts on what's going to happen there. What I think what's going to be more interesting is the sentiment leading up to, particularly Bitcoin halving. I think that is going to be the same. I think sentiment is going to change around Bitcoin. And it could be that kind of changes it, because they're going to be talking about 2020. They're going to be talking about that date and just saying, okay, it's going to be 500 days, it's 400 days, 300 days, 200 days. And leading up to that, that's when the Bitcoin price is going up. Or it could be a catalyst for it going up as well. What was the other news stories? A luxury crypto concierge firm reports 250 million in transactions in 2019. So the White Company has done very well for itself in spite of the cryptocurrency bear market. This is another piece of good news as well. So while the cryptocurrency bear market has ravaged much of the cryptocurrency industry, there are a few corners of the industry that have managed to survive or even thrive unscathed. The latest example of this seems to be the White Company, a crypto concierge service that reported 250 million in transactions over the course of 2018, not to be confused with the clothing company of the same name. So the secret may be the White Company's rather wealthy niche customer base. Cryptocurrency millionaires, or rather anyone who wants to cash out hefty amounts of coins in exchange for luxury goods. And luxury is not just for the wealthy, and our customers from a variety of ages, incomes, occupations, said the company CEO Elizabeth White in a recent interview with Forbes. So this is a company that's catering just for kind of wealthy clients, or people that are rich or kind of BTC rich, to be honest. So, and they exchange it for luxury goods like Lambos, yachts and stuff, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, rare art, jewellery to clients all over the world. And yes, Lambo, the ultimate mark of success in the cryptocurrency industry. So I thought that was quite an interesting news story as well. Really good to kind of read about that. Bitcoin price watch, BTC prime for move for more declines below 3,350. This is news BTC. So they're thinking it could go below 3,350. So we need to wait and see what happens there. Obviously, major kind of support line there at 3,350 just now. It says major support level at 3,370, but we've kind of clocked it and looked at it at 3,350 as well. This is talking about the Bitcoin halving, sentimental analysis as well. Bitcoin likely massively undervalued, claims analyst. So Plan B, a leading cryptocurrency friendly researcher on Twitter that has a handle 100 trillion USD, a likely reference to his long-term prediction for the market capitalization of Bitcoin, recently took to his feet to claim that at the moment, BTC could be massively undervalued. There was a site I was looking at, I can't remember, where was it? Damn it, I just want to show you this very quickly. I don't know if I've got it now. Coin Fair Value. I seen this ages ago, this site. And it's saying the fair value market capitalization. Interesting kind of what they do here, how they kind of value it. What they're trying to do is like have a PE ratio, you have a price to earnings ratio with stocks. They're trying to get something similar on this site as well. And I looked at it ages ago, I thought, that's kind of nice that they're kind of doing that, or it looks okay that they're doing that. But I kind of found it again yesterday, and it says the fair market cap value for Bitcoin is 149 million. This is a market capitalization, currently at 149 billion, currently at 60 billion. So roughly about 1.5 times where it is just now, which would coincide with this kind of $10,000 valuation that this kind of guy was talking about on Twitter as well. And that was that. So plan B. Satoshi BTC is like a metal as scarce as gold, and plus can be transported over communications channel. Scarce metals, gold, silver, palladium, platinum can be valued on stock to flow ratio. BTC now 3 times undervalued after 2020 halving, 10 to 100x. So this halving that's going to happen in 2020 is starting to take hold just now. This, I think, could drive the Bitcoin price up, or it could be one of the factors that drives the Bitcoin price up. More and more people that talk about this. So yeah, that kind of website, coinfairvalue.com, was quite interesting. Quite interesting to see how they do that as well. Bitcoin retail giant taking cryptocurrency to a whole new level, and this is Japan. So retailers in Japan that accept Bitcoin, Rakuten, which is huge, Line, GMO, Internet, and there's others as well, kind of taking it to another level. This is about accepting cryptocurrencies in their shops. So Japan is a very important market when it comes down to cryptocurrencies. We see Japan always leading the way when it comes to regulation and volume. So could Japan be the first country to show actual retail adoption of cryptocurrencies? So this is what this news story is talking about, and they're talking about the retailers who accept cryptocurrency in the shops and kind of e-commerce online, etc. as well. So Japan has always kind of led the way, so this is quite a good story from that point of view as well. QuadrigaCX never held 100 million in Bitcoin, says crypto researcher. So we've all heard about Quadriga and kind of what's happened there. So surprise, the craziest crypto-related story of 2019 has just become a tad zanier. According to a research piece from a leading industry researcher, QuadrigaCX, a Canadian Bitcoin exchange in the midst of a multi-month imbroglio, could have been fibbing about its cryptocurrency holdings, and by a large sum at that. For those who missed the memo, QuadrigaCX, once Canada's largest, most popular BTC-focused exchanges, has been long under pressure, as reported by News BTC last year. The Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce froze 5 accounts that were linked to Custodian Inc., Quadriga's payment processor, and Jose Reis, its owner. It was reported that 28 million was frozen, leaving hundreds of the platform's customers stranded and strapped for funds. So while further reports on the matter claim that the sum has been handed over to the Ontario Superior Court, which will see a judge determine what to do with the funds, many distressed investors have still taken to Twitter, Reddit and other social media outlets en masse that they have yet to receive their Bitcoin and fiat withdrawals. So it could be that there's much more to this than kind of meets the eye, with Quadriga might never have owned 100 million in Bitcoin. So Crypto Medication, a research and data analyzer responsible for a number of key exposés, recently took to Zero Nonsense, a crypto-centric publication he heads to divulge his analysis of this debacle. After a couple of days of combing through Wallet Explorers, examining TXIDs, addresses and coin movements, I present to you all an analysis of Quadriga's Bitcoin holdings. And he said they never held the 100 million that they kind of reported that they'd held. So interesting, not good for crypto as a whole, but interesting as well. This is just a kind of small story. I think that's it for the news stories. Again, I post these for you as well. Sentimental analysis. So just have another look at the Bitcoin price. Tron price 840. Jesus, what's going on? There must be some kind of news stories. Somebody must have heard some news about Tron. Oh, Tron is mooning. And that T-Lock eyes for you. I don't know why it's mooning just now. Crypto Don 1, good morning to you. Tron's going crazy. LOL TRX, may likely Tron. Tron's still moving up. What's going on with TRX? Never saw kind of have a look at the link. Tron news. Tron RSI at 98. Right, where's the link? Where's the Tron news? I just go on and prance as soon as I can see the price increase. Right, what the hell is going on with Tron? 812. Right, there must be some kind of news story. So we'll go hashtag TRX. Five hours, 16 hours, 23 seconds. Change significantly. Effective price basis against Binance bid price. What the hell is going on with Tron? Right, anybody got a news story? Coming down now, massive dump. What the hell drove that up though? So from 728 up to 841. So it's come down, it's rising again. So I bet Binance is going mental. Yeah, it is. 4,280. Jesus, look at the orders coming through here. This is crazy. So something's happened. So what's the news? Okay. News. Tron, TRX, crypto, and we've got tools. Past hour. Nah. Tron global expansion regulations. That's February 4th. So, and the future of crypto market. Exclusive interview. OKX invest in blockchain. Now, so if anybody's got any news on that, let me know. Coming down now, massive dump. That was Skidmore, not bad for a 5-minute trade. Excellent. 8.2% for 5 minutes. That is day trading at its best. So 788, 789. Crazy stuff in crypto. Crazy stuff. But I still don't know what the news is. What kind of prompted that to happen? Right, there must be someone on Reddit, surely. No, I'll try and find out after. Have a look at the link, Tron News. Where is the link? There's a post on Reddit, pump and dump. Ah, it's 13th of December, shite. 1 year ago. Sorry about this, I'm just trying to look for this bloody news story. Now we'll look at about 3 days ago. Nothing. Cannot find a thing. I should have done that by... Nah. I need to look for it later. BTT dump back to TRX. It could be something as simple as that. I wouldn't imagine so. What's BTT gone down to? 2021 again. Looks like it's going to be 1920. That'd be a good one to get in at 1920 maybe. Need to wait and see. Something dodgy going on here. Strange one. Okay, we'll just have a quick look at what else is happening on Binance. Tron obviously, and BTT, which Tron is bought. Is there any others up and coming? GMT still going up. MCO is just jumping up as well. That could be a good one. That's on a 4 hour. Up about 5%. I've been looking at MCO for a while, looking into the cards as well. I really like these kind of crypto card companies like Wirex. Really liking Wirex. I kind of put, obviously Wirex has not got their own cryptocurrency, but I really like these kind of debit credit cards companies, or debit card really companies there, and Crypto.com is one of them. I think it could be really good. I'm just going to have another look at MCO just now. Never looked at the overall market cap actually. Yeah, only 32 million for MCO. I think that could be valued a hell of a lot higher than that. MCO for the long term could be really, really good. The more I kind of look into, the more I like it as well. Yeah, so we never had a look at the overall rankings there. Market capitalization 114 billion, Bitcoin dominance 53.2%. Who's the kind of biggest gainer out of the top 100? Theta, 6.48%. Obviously BTT not in there because it's not released. Well, certainly not on Coin Market Cap. It's not got its circulating supply yet, but circulating supply is 9% of the overall total. So we worked out at this kind of current price is probably in the top 50 at the moment. I think it was 70 actually, when I was kind of looking at it. So Theta is the highest kind of gainer. Golem, Odom, IOST, Nexo, MaidSafeCoin, Walton Chain, Maker, all up. Who's down? Augur is down, Ravencoin, Steam, Dent, Redcoin, Chainlink, Aurora, NEM. So there's about probably about 60-40 down on that. Now we'll just look at all of them, see who's up over the last 24 hours. And this is the highest kind of gainers overall. Tron Classic. No, we're not even going to look at that, man. 608% on $881 volume. I don't think so. We've got PopChain, 65% is up. BitTorrent, 58%. Bitcoin, 50%. Our chain is up 31% over the last 24 hours. Look at this one. So it's $1 million volume, and that's Bitcoin with them 2 eyes. It's up 1,633%. Looking dodgy. That's BTG. Let's look at the charts for that. So if you're in that 4 days ago, you would have made a lot of money. 648 up to, so it would have 15x'd. So $1,000 in, $15,000 out. More than that, 20x. What's that all about? Obviously that's a hype one. Was first self-sufficient cryptocurrency ecosystem. Anyways, we'll go back to the chat for the rest of the time. Tron has a commercial. Sorry, 1 year ago. Yeah, that was what I'd seen as well, Mervyn. T-Lock eyes for you. BTT jumped back to TRX. So many opportunities, so little fiat. We're going to look back and wish we had more money to invest. Hope I get a web design client before the end of the week. Aloysius. Excellent. A web design. So you're a web designer. Gino Dow, look this up. Bands Capital officially approved to accept. Ah, right, okay. Right, found somebody. Gino Dow, thank you very much for that. Link I'm not working on here, right. That's 4 days ago though. Would like to announce we've officially, that was, 2-minute read, January 31st. That can be it, surely. Put bands in a finite category of firms. And the bio contribution, this marks a major advancement. Prior to this, we're in a position to accept US currency as a viable form of subscription. Let's put bands. Surely can't be that, Gino. That was kind of 4 days ago that came out. Gets green light, although there's been a couple of YouTubers just kind of reported on it over the last 12 hours. Cryptotone. Advert, I'm not seeing that. So maybe it is, it doesn't feel like that. Strange. So what was it doing just now? 780, yeah, it's come right back down. BTT is now at 1920, so might be a good time. I'm glad I just managed to get out of 21. It was worth that couple of minutes wait. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's it for today. I think I've covered everything. And as ever, if you want to join us in a premium group, or a brilliant group of people, and some crypto chat as well as getting the calls, kind of like this on a daily basis, or almost daily basis, not on a daily basis, but almost daily basis. It's got BTT, that's not changed. EVX I don't think has changed. Has EVX changed? So we can change that. Don't think it's gone up anymore. EVX, thought that might go up. 8211. Caught in the 4 hour. No, so it's not pumped yet, so that's still actually in play just now. EVX. RLC was a good jump up. I still think that could go higher. CYS has not bounced yet, I don't think. Where's CYS? I shouldn't be doing this on your time, but I'm just having a look anyway. CYS, what was the highest? What are CYS? That's on the 4 hourly. On the 4th. So jumped up to 12.59. So I need to update that. That's the highest, 12.59. That kind of pushes it up a wee bit more. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it there. Just one last quick look. Cryptodon 1, thumbs up on fire. Excellent. Aloysius, thank you for another great vid, Steve. Have an awesome day, guys. You as well, Aloysius. Have you seen the Tron commercial? I've not seen the Tron commercial yet. I need to check that out after this. Okay, I'll leave it there for just now. Thank you very much for joining me. Really appreciate it for joining me for crypto and coffee this morning. I will see you same time, same place tomorrow. I will do a call of the day video today. I haven't done one for the last kind of couple of weekdays, purely because Bitcoin was going down in price, and I thought not a good time to make a call. But I will make a call of the day later on today as well and get that posted for you. If you're not already in the premium group, if you're in the premium group, you'll get it before I make it kind of live on YouTube as well. Okay, that's it for today. Have a brilliant day, whatever you're doing. Until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes. the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.